What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's short video, I wanted to show you how I make my version of spicy mayonnaise that's made with some healthy oil. The reason I started making my own mayonnaise about 2 years ago was mainly because of the oils that are used in the commercial mayonnaise. Typically it's soy oil or canola oil, and I just try and avoid that as best I can. And then any of the healthy mayonnaises out there you could find were typically really expensive. So following some other people's sort of recipes and how they make mayonnaise, I started making my own, and just wanted to bring this video to you so you can possibly start making your own and save some money and just make it your own. So first thing we need is a wide mouth mason jar. We're going to need something that's big enough to fit an immersion blender head into. You can do this in a food processor as well. I've just always used a stick blender. I find it pretty easy to do it, and it's really quick. So first thing we're going to do is add an egg. I've just got a large egg here. Just want to add that to the bottom of the jar. And then there's a few specific things you need to make this mayonnaise work properly. One of them is some mustard. I just use this Dijon mustard. It's a grainy mustard. It's kind of fancy, and you don't need that fancy mustard, but I like it. And I just put in a heaping teaspoon of that. And then you need some acid to go with it, so I put a little bit of lemon juice in here, just a splash. It's like not even half a teaspoon. And then some vinegar, just to add a little more acidity. I'm just using some Bragg's apple cider vinegar here. Again, you don't want to put too much of this in, just a drop. The next thing I'm going to add is some salt. This is Redmond's salt. I like getting the bigger rock salt so I can grind it myself. And it's probably about, I don't know, a teaspoon of salt. We're going to add some pepper. Again, the salt and pepper is to your taste, obviously. I like a fair bit of salt, and then I actually put probably more pepper in it than a lot of people would, but I do like the taste of the pepper in here. Then I've got a cup of avocado oil here. I just have the Chosen Foods avocado oil. So yeah, again, that's a full cup. So we're going to add that in there. So once that's in there, this is at this point you could just leave it like this if you don't want the spicy mayo, and quite often I do just leave it at that, but I do like making the spicy one once in a while. So I just use the Frank's Red Hot. Again, this is how much you use or how little is up to you. I usually put in, I don't know, probably at least a teaspoon, maybe a bit more. And that's about it for ingredients. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get the stick blender. Now typically I start off blending on the low. This one has a low and a high speed. I start off on low just to get things emulsified, and then I finish it up on high. But the one thing you want to do is basically start with the blender part all the way at the bottom, and then you're going to blend it until you start to see it come together. And then you can lift the blender to completely mix everything. See, it's coming together, so now we can start lifting it up to completely mix everything together. that's about it for mixing. You'll get to a point where it just won't really mix anymore. It gets kind of hard. So I just grab a spoon and then obviously get all of the everything off the blender. Don't want to forget what's inside too, because you get a lot stuck in there as well. For now, I'll just leave that. The last thing I do is just use my spoon to completely mix everything together. As you can see, it comes out, it's a little thicker than regular mayonnaise, but I like it that way. So that's about it. It'll last, honestly, I'm not exactly sure how long it'll last, because I've never had it last any longer than, maximum a week before I've used it all up. But keep it in the fridge, obviously, because it's got raw egg in it. And that's about it. So if you make your own mayonnaise, just let me know how you do it down in the comments. And if you like these kind of videos, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And I'll see you next time.